Another Wimbledon championship is over, and Roger Federer didn't win his 8th title, but we saw a great match, and Novak Djokovic won Wimbledon championship for the 2nd time. And I'm here for the 14th time in a row with Steve Flink, because we have always been together commentating every night of this championship. We did much enjoy, and we hope you did too.
It's been fun, Ubaldo, and you're right, it was the 7th major for Novak Djokovic, so that's the magic number. Not 8 for Federer, but 7 majors for Djokovic. An important win because he had 4 of his majors in Australia. He'd only won here once, U.S. Open once, hasn't won the French. So to add a 2nd Wimbledon, I think it adds a lot of luster to his record as well.
Yes, and then 2011, the winners were the same, Kvitova and Djokovic.
Yes.
And, well, they both were convincing. We had a good prediction in this case, because we both said that Djokovic was supposed to win, well...
And I even said, I'm going to pat myself on the back, I even said Djokovic in 5 sets, so I feel good about that.
Yeah, me too, because I said either Federer in 3 or 4,
right.
Or Djokovic in 5. Anyway,
right.
He won in 5, but Ivo Karlovic made a tweet I would like a comment from you on. He said Djokovic could have won all the sets that were played.
He's absolutely right. That's not just a silly kind of trite observation. It's accurate. Because in the first set, Djokovic, it looked like he might break Federer at 4-5, had some chances there at 15-30, missed a few back-ends. They go into the tie-break. Djokovic is serving up set point on his serving, and he missed the first serve, and then Federer forced an error on the forehand. Then he had a 2nd set point, Federer aced him, Federer won the tiebreak. That was a heartbreaker for Djokovic to lose the first set in that fashion. Then, of course, he does win the 2nd, then the 3rd set was probably the most interesting of the match in a lot of ways. Federer served 13 aces, Ubaldo, in that set, including 4 in one game, 4 straight aces. They go to the tiebreak, but there Djokovic prevails in the tiebreak, 7 points to 4. He played a very solid tiebreak to go up 2 sets to 1, and then goes up 5-2 in the 4th and loses 5 games in a row, and that included Federer saving match point with an ace. So this was, I think Karlovic's point is well taken. If Djokovic easily could have won the 1st, he did win the 2nd, he did win the 3rd, and he probably should have won the 4th, but finally in the 5th he saves a break point at 3-all on his serve with a very good forehand approach. Then Federer chipped the pass into the net, and finally with Federer serving at 4-5, Djokovic got the break. He broke him in the 10th game of the final set, and that was that.
Okay, you have heard the whole story. I mean, you don't need to review the replay of the match. But, what I want to say is that my opinion, Federer played very well. I mean, probably the best match of the last 2 years. I even said that maybe he has played better today, even if he lost, than the final he won versus Roddick and Murray.
And that's a good case to be made for that.
Yeah, he didn't agree, of course, because the pride of a champion doesn't allow him to say, well, I couldn't play better, you know.
Right.
He'll always say,
right.
I could have done this. And maybe he's right when he says, I could have returned better, I could have tried to, you know, create problems to Djokovic's serve earlier. Because he didn't break him before 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Right. It wasn't until Djokovic was up 3-1, having just gotten the break in the 4th set, that he finally broke him for the first time. That was a strange set, because then Djokovic broke back again for 4-2, served his way to 5-2, and then he loses serve 2 more times.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when afterwards we spoke with together with Djokovic, and Djokovic said that this match was of the highest quality. Probably said the best final I've ever played in a slam, even better than the one I played in Australia versus Nadal, which was 6 hours.
5 hours, 53 minutes. I strongly disagree with him on that point, by the way. I think that was a greater match. Not to diminish what happened here today.
Yeah.
This was great tennis, but the fight that the 2 men put on that day from the backcourt, for 7 minutes shy of 6 hours, was astounding. And you're right. I think it's partly to boost his own morale, and why not? He lost 3 major finals in a row, 5 of his last 6. As he said, he needed this very badly. So he wants to put it in the best possible light. Who can blame him?
And we don't blame you if you will listen to me and especially to Steve Flink at the US Open, where we give you the appointment. There's the next slam, and we will be there. Bye-bye from Wimbledon, and see you at the US Open. Ciao, Steve. Thanks.
Goodbye, Ubaldo.